Okay, here we go. Yay! Unsuitable language.
Now say thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now bump bump.
I love that so much. Hi, everybody. Unsuitable language number 15, I think.
It's up there.
15 times we've done this, John. We had our most successful one last time, over 70 viewers, and we disappeared for a month.
Yeah, then we quit.
Just like most successes, we
Right.
don't want it.
Hey, we left on a finale.
Yeah. We don't want success. We'll do anything to stop it.
Yeah.
World's changed in comedy with the passing of Pete. I don't know what's going to happen yet. A lot of people curious how Akron comedy is going to change. Really, the whole county and maybe I don't know, everybody in comedy is going to miss him. But we're going to move on because I don't think Pete would want us to be stuck there. So we need to move forward.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything, but yeah, it'll be weird, very, very weird without him. I tell you that much.
I'm back from Goonies Land. I was in Oregon. We planned this wonderful beach vacation. Went to Oregon, Portland, 88 degrees. So we thought, oh, it's going to be a great time on the beach. It's cold as fuck in Oregon. The beach is cold.
So the heat wave hadn't hit Oregon yet, had it?
It's in most of the state, but not along the coast.
Huh.
It's cold. 60 degrees every day was the best it got. And the water, of course, was like 40. So we didn't do any swimming on this.
Yeah.
We took suits.
Yeah.
We wore them under our sweats and jackets. It was beautiful, though.
Where did you visit any place?
Well, where they shot the Goonies was Cannon Beach, and we were there. And we were taking some pictures of it, and people came screaming at us, "Get off the beach! Get off the beach!" Well, why? It's a public beach. There's a cougar loose.
Oh, yeah, well,
there's a wild cougar. Get out of here! It's closed.
You know what I've learned? When people are screaming at you, like from far away, you should listen.
Yeah, they probably should listen.
Because I was at a park right up here in Cleveland. And I was walking the dog, and this lady was just yelling and yelling. And I heard yelling and pots and pans ringing. She's like, "Hey, get out of there. There's a coyote over there."
Surprise.
And then, you know what? I saw this really big dog with a fluffy tail walking over there. And I was just like, all right, we're turning around. That's the coyote.
Here, boy.
Right?
See why I don't have a dog? I can't whistle.
They've been known to take babies.
Save the babies.
But yeah, if that's a good point of reference. If somebody's yelling at you far away, you should definitely listen.
Like when they say, "Trump will destroy democracy," people should believe that. Probably. Did I lose you again? Am I gone? Oh, I'm still here.
No,
right.
You're still there.
Okay. Ron DeSantis, what do you think?
He's having a bit of a meltdown.
Poor guy.
Yeah, it couldn't have happened to a better.
You can't attack drag queens,
piece of shit.
And gays, and liberals, and books, and teachers, and Disney, and you don't get support for that? Come on.
I mean, let's say you do believe in those things, okay? Yes. Strategically, though, is that going to help you in the national?
I think most of the country think he's a nutbag.
I mean, I don't know how he expects to get. I know right now he's saying, he wants to get all the Republicans on his side. That's the goal, right? If you're in the primary, you get all the Republicans. But there has to be some forethought other than, I don't really believe any of that. I'm just doing it in the state that I run.
Right.
To go ahead and do that if he gets the nomination.
Well, yeah, that is a campaign. We want to make America Florida. Instead of Make America Great Again, Make America Florida. So, MAFA? No.
Yeah, and I just don't know how, hey,
math.
Slavery was a good thing.
How
that actually translates to your average independent,
to be forced to have sex with the owner of the plantation taught taught so much about how the real world works. Yeah. What was the guy who made the movies? He would agree with that totally. The guy
What
who went to
movies?
jail for all the movie sex stuff.
Weinstein?
Einstein, yeah, that's how America was working. You had to have sex with the boss to move up. To move up.
I was wondering where you were going there.
You want to live in the house, the nice house on the plantation, had sex with the boss. That was a key.
Yeah, well, I mean, not just, okay, all the different layers of how to get to it's beneficial. It's fucking ridiculous.
Well, their big one was we taught blacks how to be blacksmiths. And that's just a fallacy because ironworking, the skills of ironworking came from Africa. They brought those skills with them. Yeah. They taught us how to do a lot of agriculture, a lot of metal work, stuff like that. It came from the slaves. So they're to say, oh, they benefited from the slavery. No, they knew that before.
You know what it was? It was on the job training. It was what it was.
You can't beat on the job training.
But it's just,
doctor, you're going to take my heart out. Have you done? No, I'm just going to do it on the job.
That's like saying, you know what, when we were talking before before it's like, you know what, the Native Americans, they were looking to downsize anyway. So they had too much land. Just too much roaming around. It just wasn't good for them. It wasn't good for them.
So let's put them on reservations.
I mean, any other arguments they come up with? You know what I mean? It was like, well, those concentration camps. Those were, those made them see how other people struggled. That it was beneficial. They could see how other people struggled. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Take them all back to where we used to be. Everybody should go back. We need to go back in time when America was really great again, when only white men controlled everything. That's what we got to get back to.
So they're
white men, John.
So I'm confused. Are they looking to be re-ruled by the British, or because there was like 3 months there?
How too far back?
You know what I mean? Too far back. Too far back.
Whoa!
Hold up.
Second Amendment rights.
You know what we liked? We liked the 40s, 50s era. That's what they're like. They're like, yeah, but wait a minute.
They did like the 40s. They do like the 40s, 50s era.
It's right. That's the sweet spot.
Get back in the kitchen, woman.
Yeah. That's their sweet spot. Like,
abortions were not legal, but they weren't stopped back then. They were just, she left town for a few months.
Are you saying it wasn't none of that? It was a lot of that abortion tourism?
Yeah. Oh, that's what they're calling it now.
Oh, my
Tuberville.
goodness.
How about Tuberville? I'm not going to let any soldiers have a promotion until I get what I want. I get what I want. Stop that abortion tourism.
Well, they have to put some sort of label on all these things in order to disguise what it's really all about.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that. That's the Republican strength, the labeling stuff.
But you remember the whole, we can't have Obamacare because of death panels and we don't want people in our business. And what's the difference?
Right.
So you don't want people into your business about the death panels and, having national health care and all this. But then whenever it comes to abortion, we want all up in everybody's vagina.
We do. We need to be up in people's vaginas, John.
Oh, here comes the soundboard. I was waiting for it. I was like,
where's the soundboard?
I was getting chills. I was like, well, he hasn't done one yet. Oh, I was like, he hasn't done one yet. I'd been conditioned, and then it was gone, and now it's back.
Because you were making a point and you expect to be interrupted?
Well, it was like, it's a torture chamber. I got to go quick.
John can't
like
work.
The slow needle of a Britney Spears cut.
That's what I've done to you.
Right? You don't have a 5-second cut of that Our Town, or what's this song?
Uh,
Small Town, or
Oh, let's see if John Mellencamp, you're saying?
Jason Aldean.
Oh, I don't think.
We're gonna go back in. I don't know if we're still recording.
Hey, we're back. And it keeps recording somehow.
What's that?
It says the timer just keeps moving, even though we're not in the room and stuff. Weird. I don't know. I got to get my internet fixed, apparently. Faster. Okay.
Got to get more G's.
Jason Aldean is what we wanted to hear. I don't think I'm going to.
We're not allowed to play the whole song, though, right?
Can't play any of it, probably.
Okay.
Those people would. They're just dirt road. You lived in a dirt road.
Well, hell, I lived on a dirt road. I mean, it doesn't take much.
Other words, I
don't remember. See, I got out of country music whenever I think he was just starting.
Because was he the driving force?
No, I can't remember. I can't even remember a hit of his, to be honest.
I don't even know. I don't listen to country. So.
I quit like early 2000s, and I kind of got out of it. But I still listen to a lot of 90s and, before country music.
Here's what frame for our listeners and viewers. What happened, John? I'm not even gonna. Hey, I'm not gonna play a sound effect.
As far as the Jason Aldean thing,
right?
I know he just wrote a song about a small town and things
it's
not happening.
Try that in a small town.
Oh, try that in a small town.
And he showed protesters. He showed Black Lives Matters.
You asked me. I didn't know.
Drag queens.
Oh,
try that in a small town. Well, there's drag queens in small towns, Jason Aldean.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I haven't seen the video. I haven't even actually listened to the whole song. I read a couple of things, but yeah, I know that he
try drinking a Bud Light in a small town. Try it. No.
Yeah, I'm just saying, as far as country music's changed a lot. But the reason I've liked it is because it's always there's a lot of different types of country music. But most of it has a sense of humor to it. You know what I mean? It doesn't take itself too seriously. That's always what I love the most about it. If you listen to, I mean, he's not a great example, but like some George Jones or Alan Jackson, they have a little bit more of a,
She thinks my tractor's sexy.
Yeah. I mean, even though I don't like Kenny Chesney at all, I don't like any of his music. It doesn't take itself too seriously as much as, rock and hard rock and heavy metal. And that's not, I mean, I just can't get into that personally, but every once in a while you get one of those songs that, like the Toby Keith song, you can't really compare them as much, but that's the reason why I got out of country music, was because I liked Toby Keith a lot, his previous stuff. And then he came out with that and I was just kind of, it didn't do anything for me. I was kind of done with it.
Well, you know the kind of music I like, John.
What's that? Oh,
That's what I like. Rock and roll.
yeah.
That's what. But I could try that in a small town. I could try the country.
You could try that in a
music.
small
Try
town.
rock and roll in a small town. But I think Jason Aldean, what he's truly trying to say is our country's gone through a lot of
emotional damage.
But you know what I don't understand? I think that now it seems like even more than before, a lot of, and it's comedians and there's musicians, they're taking a direction. You know what I mean? It's no longer necessarily in the middle. It's just like they're going in a direction either because that's genuinely what they feel or because they haven't been relevant in a long time and they decide to go in that direction to become relevant to a different audience. And I think that's what's kind of interesting. Some of these people are choosing their path as far as, you know, not sticking down the middle of the road. They're either choosing, hey, this is what I've always felt and I'm going with it. Right. Or, you know, hey, this is a place to make a buck right here. This is where I'm going. Well, because I can make a buck.
It's one of my pet peeves in comedy. And again, who am I? But comics that have to describe who they are or what they are without telling jokes about it. Like, I'm not woke. I'm not woke. I'm going to say whatever I fucking want to say. I'm not woke. You guys, you woke people. Oh, I'm against wokeism. Blah, blah, blah. You know,
have you heard a lot of that type of comedy?
Yeah. Almost every big person points out that they're not woke. You know, a lot of the headliners are, I'm not woke. I'm like, you know what? I could just listen to your fucking jokes and tell what you are. You could do, you could just tell me your jokes and then let me decide what the fuck I think you are. But no, you have to declare, like comics who describe how I wrote this joke, and you could just tell me the fucking joke. I don't need to know.
I need to get out. I need to be getting out more because I haven't heard some of that.
It's so pop. Like Anthony Jeselnik, he's big on describing his joke before he tells, oh, you're gonna hate this one, you know. But it works for him because he's fucking famous and rich. But I'm like, why do you have to tell me what to think about the joke before you say the joke?
Is that a new thing he started? Because I remember hearing
he
him
always
before.
Has done it. He's always done it.
Well, maybe I didn't pay attention.
You guys hated that joke. What about this joke coming?
Oh, okay. The commentary after the joke.
Yeah. I don't know. It bothers me.
You know what though? You know who did that a lot but was successful was Jim Gaffigan. You know how he had that separate voice? Does he still do that where he has a separate voice?
Yeah, but that's funny though. That's not.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But it's a similar sort of, you know.
Right. And you know, he wasn't the first to do that. There was a female comic who used to always do that side voice. She was big in the 90s. She's still
Loosler?
What was her name? No. Oh, God, I can't remember names. Being old sucks. I have conversations with the people, and like earlier today, I said, "Hey, what's the word when they take a soldier and make him a higher ranked soldier? A promotion." Yeah. Oh,
that was me. That was me just a few minutes ago. Yeah. You just forgot me. Yeah. That's what happened. You are really old.
I'm getting words bother me sometimes. You should see it in my act.
You know what though? I think that if they ever do Breaking Bad, like a prequel with Mike, you could play that Mike guy from Breaking Bad. You could definitely be his double.
Good for me.
Some stunt work
I'm
before
like
you
an old,
kick it.
Old ugly guy. I qualify for that part.
Just bald. Bald and old. Yeah.
Everyone, like my son goes, "Hey, Dad, you know, there's a lot of actors that are bald and ugly that you could play." Well, thanks, son. Thanks.
I guess you should get a lot of work out here.
How can I not work? So I did a roast last night and I lost. I can't fucking believe it. I thought I crushed. I lost a roast, John.
So now you got to kill that person.
He has to die.
Yeah.
He's an impediment into my advancement of my career.
Exactly. Take him out.
So I am getting back. I'm going to try to start doing more comedy. Tuesday night I'm at Spotlight. You got anything coming up?
I'm going to come with you, I think.
Okay, then we'll try to go to the Bunny Hole first.
Yeah.
Let's try to do that.
There was our plug.
What else we got? Trump. Did Trump get in more trouble?
I think
Is
he's
that
been indicted a few times since we've been gone, right?
40 times. 40 indictments.
Oh, all right.
And the newest one is called a superseded indictment. In other words,
extra special.
It's extra and really good. We're really going to get you now, Donald.
Is that like is that kind of like when with the whole Supreme Court thing when they had like the extra special abortion wasn't secure sort of thing?
Right. You got to add more.
You got to have that extra words, and then the super majority. Whenever you're in the,
if you're going to fetus kill, you have to do it really the better way.
Right.
If you're going to kill the right to kill fetuses, that's what they did. They aborted by eliminating abortion. They aborted abortion is what they did.
Yeah.
Is that better? So what happened was Trump, there's more witnesses to Trump hiding the records. And let me get this off my chest because I know I don't get to talk on this podcast ever. People who bitch that Trump is in trouble and Biden's not in trouble and Pence isn't in trouble, their argument is completely wrong because Trump is not being charged with any crime for any document that he returned. He's only being charged with the ones that he hid and refused to return. So it's exactly like Biden and Pence because the ones he sent back to the archives, no charges, no crime. He's only being charged with the stuff he wouldn't give back. So it's all Trump's fault.
So what about the rumor that his special relationship with these boxes, that he couldn't give them back because there was so much DNA over all these boxes?
Oh, just his?
Like they just his. Like they just took a black light over it.
And it was like the Walton Nada and the and this.
Well, that's who has to hold the box. All right. Looks like we lost Marv.
Okay, it's just me alone. We're waiting for John to come back in the room. He's coming back any point, and we're still recording. I don't understand how I can be offline and this thing keeps recording, but it does. And now I've got to allow John back in the room. Welcome back, John. You had a good line?
Yeah. I was just saying that because you said what happened to what's his name? Nada. What was his name?
And to Silvio. The guy's being charged with Trump.
Yeah, they got to hold the box.
It's a conspiracy.
Oh, it's a conspiracy, all right. He got a lot of paper cuts on his dick, is what I'm trying to say.
More than one makes it a conspiracy.
Oh, yeah. It was like, but the boxes. He loves the boxes.
So this new guy, well, there's a witness number 4, they called him, and they named who it was. It's the guy who's in charge of the internet shit for Trump. He testified that the other guys told him the boss wants the server deleted. That makes it obstruction of justice, slam dunk. And if they can get one of these other guys who they've charged with crimes, they're going to go to jail for 20 years probably.
Mm-hmm.
If they can get one of them to roll over on Trump and say they heard Trump say it, there's no way the only way a jury could come back and say Trump isn't guilty is if they're just so MAGA that they won't follow the rules.
Yeah, you know what my response to that is?
What?
What about Hunter Biden?
What about Hunter Biden?
What about Hunter Biden? Hunter
He was a
Biden.
He was a drug addict. He refused his plea deal this week. Did you see that fiasco?
Yeah.
What happened there?
I think he got the old switcheroo put on him for something. I don't know what's going on.
It came down to they were in court ready. They had already signed an agreement that they were done.
Didn't the judge say, I don't think so?
No, what happened was They signed an agreement before the trial started. They agreed that Hunter Biden wasn't going to be prosecuted anymore. Then during the presentation, they said, well, no, we can still charge him with more crimes. And the other side says, whoa. That's not what we just signed.
Yeah.
We'll tear that shit up if you're saying you're going to keep investigating them. You're like, no. We signed that it was only for these 4 years of taxes and for the gun charge. And the judge is like, well, the gun charge isn't even my business, the judge said. That's an agreement you guys made amongst yourselves. I'm not even supposed to rule on that shit because it's really rare to even bring that in front of a judge. The what is that called? Diversion program. And so the judge is like, that is a side thing that you guys are supposed to work out yourselves. So why am I being made the caretaker of whether or not Hunter Biden lives up to his commitment with the gun charge? So then they had to go back and they had to talk about it all again. And that's where they're at now. Like, what did we already sign? Because they've already got a signed contract saying he's not going to be charged with more stuff. That's the rub for the Department of Justice. Somebody fucked up. If that's
you know what though?
What?
You know what though? Who cares?
Yeah, it's just another. If he goes to jail, he goes to jail. It doesn't affect our government in any way.
Send him to jail. I don't care. I don't care if the president's son goes to jail. If they want to keep making a big deal about sons being investigated, let's investigate the Trump children too.
Do we have pictures of their dicks?
Let's investigate Kushner.
Do we have Ivanka's dick on it?
Hunter Biden. Look at that. Hunter Biden. Look here.
You gotta have pictures of their dicks.
I did see that video.
You gotta have their dicks to show in Congress.
Yeah. Now is this? She don't look like one of them employees that's going to help him with his business dealings.
We had a White House full of Trumps, and Hunter Biden not involved. He didn't even. Turns out he didn't even lose the cocaine at the White House that was found.
They never found out about that, did they?
They don't know who brought it in.
Yeah.
Whew. Thank God they're not going to catch me, John. That's the last time I go to the White House.
Taking your visit.
So we talked about the benefits of slavery, right?
Right.
Just to throw that out there is like, hey, let's see if it just sticks on the wall.
That takes a lot of. I mean,
chutzpah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Yeah. I mean,
now man is Semitic.
You know what? The other people that are standing up there behind him when he's talking, and there's that group of people that are standing behind him.
And he denied it.
On camera. Yeah, he denied it on camera, but still, there are all these people behind him. They're like, they're nodding. You're like, we're into this.
A lot of people who know about that stuff wrote this. I'm just making it a law.
Yeah, he's like, you give someone an inch, they'll go a mile. That's just what happened here. They just went way too far. But that's the direction we're going.
Someone going a mile. Mark Meadows, he's not going the extra mile for his boss.
Oh, Mark. Well, you could tell Mark Meadows was a flipper from very early on. He looks like a dolphin. I mean, yeah.
That's not even a soundboard sound effect, John.
They do say the dolphins are the smart ones, and he knew the water was getting hot, and he needs to start talking.
SpongeBob dolphins. All right.
Oh, he is singing.
There's grandchildren news. President Biden admits he has another grandchild, his fifth grandchild.
All right.
And her name is Navy. They named the child Navy.
All right.
Navy.
Is that after the armed force or the color?
Here's the thing. You got to admit that
is the girl blue?
Hunter is fucking some strange people if they named their kid Navy. Hunter was out of control.
Well, that does make you wonder by the Bidens, do we want to claim her because of that name, or are we gonna not?
Look, we wanted him to call her Marine. We wanted to call her Marine, right. And they added Navy Joan Roberts. That's her name.
Actually, we suggested Bo Jr., but that was nixed.
She's a girl. So.
Yeah, well,
And Bo is packing. No, we don't know about Bo. He's passed away. Rest in
Yeah.
peace. We can only assume from Hunter that Bo's brother. But there was a dispute over whether one of Hunter's children was Hunter's child, and it was never resolved until a DNA test was taken. And once the DNA test was taken, it's been acknowledged that it is Hunter Biden's child, and they reached an out-of-court settlement where she's going to be paid some money, but she can't use the last name Biden. And the president and Jill Biden have at this point now accepted that they have a fifth grandchild, and her name is Navy.
All right.
Navy.
Great.
What? Why would you call your kid Navy, John?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you can name your kid whatever you want. So maybe,
Hey, send Navy in.
now she's committed. She's got to go. She's got to go into the Navy, right?
I think if your name is Navy, there's got to be some nautical theme in your life.
Right.
I don't think you can get around it.
I mean,
Marvin the Martian has dominated my life. So,
but you do know that the whole semen reference is going to be following her around for the rest of her life as well. I mean, it's yeah.
what is
I hate
it?
to break it to him.
What are submarines full of? Joke is it?
She's a girl, right? Not a boy.
Yeah, she's a
Regardless, the
Navy
semen
Joan
reference.
Roberts. So the Bidens have a fifth grandchild.
They're going to go with Joan.
Oh, another scandal.
Oh, my
Another
goodness.
scandal. Christian
Another
nationalists.
bad thing.
Christian nationalists are going to be all over this because Christian nationalists want our country to go back to the Bible for our laws, recreate our country's rules and laws, and have just biblical laws.
Yeah,
Like-
you know what always ends up happening? They don't really know all those biblical laws, and then when you start reading off those biblical laws, they're like, "Ooh,
Well, no, I kind of think
we're
they
just
know
like Al
because
Qaeda."
the big thing they're standing on now is they're really against abortion and they want to stone you for it. They want people committed adultery. If you commit adultery, they believe you should be stoned to death.
Yeah, you know what? I watched that Law and Order episode, and it didn't end well for the stoners.
Really?
Yeah,
Did they feel bad about it afterwards?
I believe they also got killed in some awful biblical way.
They were trying to get bigger rocks off the top and they fell down on top of them, maybe?
Well, it was one of those, like, there's that old term in the Bible, eye for an eye, right?
Here's the thing. Here's their point. That it's gross. It's horrible to think that you're going to have a group of people stone another human being to death in public because they said it has to be in public. Their point is this. If you get convicted of adultery, John, the people who are accusing you of have to be the ones that throw the rocks.
Oh.
So that's
how it
what makes it fair.
Oh, that's fair, huh? But you don't get any rocks, right?
You don't get any rocks.
You don't get any rocks to defend yourself.
That makes it.
Only people get rocks. At least people.
That makes it means no one's going to falsely accuse you because they'll have to be the ones that kill you too. And
Well, who's the referee? The priest? Or
no,
do they...
a judge in a court would decide if you're guilty, and if you're guilty, he would say stoning. Let's do it.
So wait, yeah, but who
got a
provides
stoning
the
yard out
stones?
back.
The state provides the stones, or you got to bring your
I
own
think
rock?
there would have to be a job.
I've had this stoning rock passed down in my family for as long as I can remember, and it hadn't been used in quite a long time. I just can't wait to get out there with all my stoning buddies. And look, it's engraved. My grandmama, she wrote, well, not her daughter, because, well, that was a tragic decision.
Oh, that was good. Yeah, I got him, man. Right between the eyes.
I mean, do they just like take him to a stoning room where there's no rocks around except for
it's
those
out in
rocks?
public, outside.
Oh, it's
where everybody
outside.
can watch. There's going to be this week.
But they got to make sure
CBS
there's no
Sports.
rocks for the person that's getting stoned to have access to, is what I'm saying.
No,
and there are rocks
doesn't
everywhere.
get him. He's just getting hit.
Yeah.
They'll probably make it a show that comes on every week, like Judge Judy or something.
Well, hold on. Do they get like a running start, or are they tied up?
Maybe this could revive.
If they're like tied up with their feet and their hands, and you just run. What's the sport in that?
Maybe Judge Perino, the lady on Fox News, can revive her career with this.
It's a good
Maybe she
point.
could be the one that runs the stoning on Fox News. You think?
I just think
Because
there's just
her
it's a
credibility is
logistical
shot.
nightmare.
She's such a nut and did so much illegal shit for Trump, in my opinion. Her credibility is shot. So Judge Perino will be the one that runs the stoning court.
It'll be her and it'll be Giuliani.
Oh, perfect. Just sweat dripping down.
And his pants undone. He's just gonna be.
Hey, we're here at the stoning yard. Look at my hair.
This one's a
red.
classic.
We got some. One guy found his family stoning rock. He's going to bring it out. He's going to take his shot at the victim. Here's the thing: there's going to be a long line for the adultery.
Oh, they could bring in Dennis Miller.
Oh,
He could be the middle guy. You know?
He's not like me. He remembers big words.
I haven't seen a stoning like this since 1312 when they really went after Lazarus. He'll just, spout off some shit like that,
All right. And I think the last thing we're going to cover today, we're going to try to shorten this up. Senator Tommy Tuberville.
Oh.
What a man. What a man. What a man. What a man. What a mighty good man. They asked him about climate change. What did he say, John?
It's not that hot out. I don't know.
It's summer, man. There's a fancy word for this. It's summer, bitches.
Is that what he said?
Yeah. He didn't say bitches. But
Oh.
He said it's called summer. It's hot. It's not any hotter than it ever was. And they said, well, no, we just set a record for the hottest July in history. No, I was a football coach, John. It was hot when I was out there. It's hot now. No difference. They said, dude, Greece is on fire. Now, I don't mean at someone's house. I mean the fucking country.
Yeah.
They had If you're a tourist, you would have gone to those islands this year to do tourism shit and have to get evacuated from raging fires because the islands are on fire.
Well, I believe the Pantheon and all that. That's the tourism shit.
Yeah, but
Or Parthenon, excuse me.
Rhodes Island and the other island are very popular tourist places.
Yeah.
And they had to get ships and planes and all kinds of shit to evacuate people off those islands because the fires are raging and out of control.
Reminded him of Pompeii, only
just-
different place.
Hey, it's nothing
Same
new.
area.
Next year you can go to Greece. There won't be anything left to burn, so it'll be safe.
But Tommy Tuberville was a shitty head coach,
True.
and he is also a shitty senator.
He's only done things
you
in
know
his
what?
life.
He
to
is
improve
like
his own life.
he's like the reverse of what they were why am I'm blanking on it now. See, Marv, where they give black people advancement just because. What do they call it?
Quota. Affirmative action.
Yeah, he's like the reverse affirmative action, right? Or for white people. He's just keeps failing up and failing up and failing up. And now he's failed up to be a United States
He's
senator.
always left one thing to move on to something better.
And he thinks people actually want to be around him, or people actually, that he provides wisdom of any sort. He's a piece of shit. And that's what keeps happening to him. He keeps rolling up somehow.
Did you hear the story? He was recruiting. He had a bunch of recruits out at dinner for Texas Tech, and he got the job offer from Cincinnati, and he took the job and just left the dinner. It's like, I'm going. We thought he went to the bathroom. He just never came back. All these recruits are sitting at a table, and the guy just fucking left in the middle of the dinner. What?
Yeah, I mean, he reached a certain height.
What kind of person would do that?
Well, football coaches, really. I mean, just all.
I don't know. Most of them would stay for the dinner.
Yeah, they probably stay for the dinner. I'll give you that. They wouldn't cut out like that. But like I said, he's Captain Fail Up.
Captain Fail Up, Senator Fail Up.
Yeah, and
And
now
now
he's Senator Hold Up.
And what's he doing to soldiers? He won't let anybody get a promotion because he's against the rule that women can get medical care
So
around their vaginas.
this means that the Democrats need to start pounding away at, the Republicans don't care about the armed forces. The Republicans do not care about the
He's
armed
stopping
forces.
the Joint
He's
Chief of
preventing
Staff.
you.
There's going to be a missing seat on the Joint Chiefs of Staff because of Tommy Tuberville's hold.
regular people don't care about that as much as they're holding up advancement of
Families.
families. They're holding up advancement of of soldiers into getting their more pay. They're holding back on that.
Moving from one base to another, they can't do it.
Moving from one base to another. Not being able to get female service officers, not being able to get medical care. The Republicans do not care about the armed forces. It has nothing to do with them. It's all political nonsense.
They've always been a prop, which is crazy because so many soldiers support Republicans.
Yeah. But this is
I've
proof
never understood that
they can hammer away at over and over again. I don't care if it's one senator or not. Don't tell me that the Republicans wouldn't do the same thing if one senator or one congressman made a stupid remark, then they would hammer it home like it's been gospel of all of them. So do the same thing.
You know how I feel about it?
No problem with that.
I feel about the same way that Mitch McConnell felt when in the middle of his speech this week.
We both did that today.
I'm fine.
Well, we got to get hauled away, but
I'm fine. Come on. Something happened to him.
He's got the nerve.
Something fucking happened.
Yeah. He's had 2 concussions. For an older guy, that's not good.
It's not good for even younger people, you know.
But and then he had the nerve to come out. And that's why I have no problem making fun of it, because he had the nerve to come out. I got sandbagged. I told the president I got sandbagged there.
What's that
Someone
mean?
just told me that back there. I got sandbagged. When Biden tripped over the sandbag.
Oh, that's what it was.
Oh,
I got sandbagged.
Somebody push the pause button on my back. I got sandbagged. Because I'm a fucking Republican robot.
We should get Rodney Banks down here just to be Mitch McConnell. Our whole podcast.
Hey, that's a good idea.
Rodney could just be Mitch because he's got the glasses. He could do his hair like Mitch's.
Yeah.
Rodney, are you listening? Probably not.
No,
all right.
No,
we're at 42 minutes.
All right.
We've plugged our show.
Yeah.
We covered a lot of stuff.
We did. In 42 minutes. We did that.
Are we set? Are we good?
I'm good.
We ready for the boys?
Yes. Let's hear Beethoven and Mozart.
Everybody, thanks for listening. We're going to try to do this regularly. That was always the plan.
Yeah.
But just shit happened. Every Sunday morning, something was coming up, so we didn't.
Somebody thought it was Saturday.
Oh, that was the first. Yeah. Maybe we should tell you guys. We missed one podcast completely because it was Sunday morning. John's like, "Where are you?" And I'm like, "I didn't even get online. I'm just going around doing my business." He goes, "How come we didn't do it today?" And I go, "Oh, I thought it was Saturday." I went through a whole day thinking it was the wrong day. I mentioned McConnell. I got sandbagged.
You got sandbagged.
And then the next week I went on vacation for 2 weeks. And then last week, I don't know why we didn't do it.
You were coming on your plane vacation.
I was still flying back.
Yeah. And we didn't even get to Marjorie Taylor Greene.
No.
So look at that. We'll save her for next week.
How could we miss her?
I don't know. Every week with that.
Every week with Marjorie Taylor. Oh, you gotta share it. You can't hear it.
I can hear it.
Oh, can you hear it now? It's better now, right?
Yeah. Taking us out.
All right. What's going on, boys? What is that noise? What is that when you walked in? What is this? They did this on purpose, John?
I just left it on. I said, go for it. Do what you want.
And I say thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank
See you Tuesday, Marv.
See you Tuesday. Bye.
Now,
Bye-bye.